on Republic TV, and that's the questioning of Sonia Gandhi. Congress President Sonia Gandhi is being questioned by the ED office. She just entered the ED office a short while ago after a short break. She is currently being interrogated in the freedom struggle for profit scam. Meanwhile, the Congress has once again staged protests in multiple parts of the country over the interrogation. So right now, Sonia Gandhi has come back and her questioning has resumed. Harsha has been tracking this development very closely from the ED office. Harsha, what are the top updates right now? The first round of questioning took place and it was around 3 hours. What can we expect next now in the second round of questioning, Harsha?
Exactly. Since the post-lunch, the ED questioning started at around 3:30 p.m. with Mrs. Gandhi, and now exactly it's been almost more than 1 hour since the questioning and grilling with Ms. Gandhi is happening. She's still inside, and Priyanka Gandhi Watra is still also with her in the premises of ED. But yes, today ED is clearly not going easy on Mrs. Gandhi because they have a set of questions, they have set of documents, they have got the reports of income tax as well, where it clearly shows how the money laundering was done in the entire National Herald case. And today questioning is clearly not happening easy. Since morning, Sonia Gandhi has not replied to many of the questions when it was the questions regarding the evidence, regarding the loan which Congress gave to AGL of 90 crore, regarding the check numbers or regarding the documentation work or any entry in the Congress register as well. None of the details were given by Mrs. Gandhi, but yes, she clearly bought 2008 documents of National Herald along with her, which she has shown to ED officials that how National Herald has gone into debt in 2008. Right. And after that to give the salaries of the people who were working in National Herald. So these are the details which we have been tracking. But yes, almost more than 4 hours of questioning has been and grilling has been done of Mrs. Gandhi. We have yet to see that how long she still will be interrogating, the ED officials will be interrogating her, because today it's not easy for her, though she is not replying. But ED is also adamant that today some clear answers they have to get from Mrs. Gandhi, as she is a major shareholder in YIL of 38%. So nothing she can shift her onus on other office bearers as Rahul Gandhi did. So these are the questions regarding National Herald which she has to give today. I would like to show you the visuals of outside ED official also, where security personnel have been deployed. We are also waiting till how long this questioning will happen, but we are expecting that 1 or 2 hours more of the ED questioning will continue with Mrs. Gandhi, because today there are set of questions like the previous first round. Previously, ED officials were lenient and soft with Mrs. Gandhi, but today they are quite grilling her hard on the set of questions which they have made on National Herald money laundering case. Yes, back to the studio.
But Harsha, so while the interrogation continues, viewers of Sonia Gandhi, we are showing you visuals on the screen of how the Congress so-called Satyagraha has in fact taken a bit of a violent turn as well. These are visuals coming in from Nagpur in Maharashtra, where you can see how a car is being burned, how a car is being vandalized. Visuals first on Republic. A lot of protests had taken place today as well, and while those protests were taking place, Rahul Gandhi was detained among with other Congress leaders as well. But as the quizzing continues, protests are continuing. There are a lot of Congress karyakartas and workers being detained. Congress, quote-unquote, drama, you can call it, because the questioning is something that is done as per procedure. But we are seeing that the Congress going ahead and protesting. Even Rahul Gandhi, in fact, is sitting on the middle of the road, surrounded by policemen, and he was also detained after that. All right, I just want to go back to Harsha right now. Harsha, we're getting more visuals coming in from Nagpur, Maharashtra right now, where the Congress is continuing its protests. And Rahul Gandhi also had some time back, he had tweeted saying that this is vendetta politics. This is the stance of the Congress for a very long time. Even when Rahul Gandhi was being questioned by the ED, now with Sonia Gandhi being questioned by the ED, protests are continuing, not only in the national capital, but also across the country, Harsha.
Exactly. We also saw the same kind of high voltage drama when Sonia Gandhi was called on 21st of July. We saw how Congress, who was calling the Satyagraha a peaceful Satyagraha, we saw a high voltage drama from Delhi, from national capital to Nagpur, Hyderabad and Bangalore and several other states as well. And today national capital as well, we saw a march from Parliament till Rashtrapati Bhavan, and we also saw the visuals how Rahul Gandhi sat and made a sit-in protest in middle of Vijay Chowk. So these were the clearly stating that how this entire Satyagraha has turned into violent protest, where Congress, apart from answering the questions regarding money laundering in National Herald case, is clearly creating a drama and saying that this is the political vendetta of BJP, and not only political vendetta, this quite dictatorship of BJP government. They are misusing the agencies like ED and CBI, and the income tax report which has clearly been put by ED, this clearly a false report. They are continuously saying this. Ashok Gehlot also has come forward and said that nothing regarding money laundering has happened in National Herald case. A loan was given, and a loan could be given because it was to pay the salaries of the people who were working in National Herald. And these are the things which Congress have been clearly saying. But yes, if we talk about evidence, they have yet not submitted any sort of evidence which could prove that no money laundering happened, how the shell company Dotex was involved, a Kolkata-based company, and how money was transferred to Young Indian, how Young Indian could took up the assets of AGL. So these are the entire things which is being questioned. But yes, a Satyagraha high voltage drama since the time Rahul Gandhi was questioned to till the time when Sonia Gandhi is being questioned by ED, and everywhere it has been seen pushing off barricades. The Congress workers not only pushed barricades, they pushed the policemen as well. They were not listening to policemen. They were taken and detained by policemen and kept to several police stations. Rahul Gandhi is detained and is still in Kingsway police station. Along with Rahul Gandhi, many senior Congress leaders. If we talk about Mallikarjun Kharge, if we talk about KC Venugopal, if we talk about Sachin Pilot, Ashok Gehlot, all senior high-weighted leaders have been detained and taken to different police stations because clearly a ruckus and chaos was created in Lutyens, Delhi, after they already knew that Section 144 is imposed in National Capital. They couldn't do such sit-in dharnas in the center of Delhi, in the heartland of Delhi. Then also they created such a ruckus and chaos after that they were detained. So clearly the Satyagraha was not a Satyagraha, but it was violent Satyagraha, violent drama done by Congress workers from National Capital till Nagpur. Vehicles were put on fire, the tires were burnt, the effigies were burnt. So this is what we saw today in National Capital, trying to pressurize the government through all these tactics. Yes, back to the studio.
Well, Harsha, so visuals on your screen, viewers from Nagpur, from Hyderabad coming in right now while the second round of questioning is happening in that National Herald case. ED is questioning Sonia Gandhi, second time today after the lunch break. We are seeing that the protests continue. Protests also somewhat spiraling out of control as